Very good morning to all of you, my dear students. A warm welcome to Physics online lecture by R. Venkateswara Rao, myself, Senior Assistant Professor of Physics at Lendi Institute of Engineering and Technology. Yeah, welcome back to all of you for the Physics online lecture 4 on optical fiber. Yeah, in the lecture 1, we discussed the what are optical fibers, what are the advantages of optical fibers, why being a graduate student, why you have to study the optical fibers. All those things we have discussed in the lecture 1. Coming to the lecture 2, we discussed the what is the actual structure of the optical fiber. All those things we discussed in the lecture 2. And coming to the online lecture 3 on optical fiber, we already studied the principle and working of an optical fiber. Now in this lecture 4, I am going to explain what is acceptance angle and what do you mean by acceptance cone. So in order to understand the concept called acceptance angle and acceptance cone, let us look at the diagram, figure A. Here at point O, that is the air medium and the core of the optical fiber, that is the interface of the air medium and the core of the optical fiber. If you observe at point O, let us look at the diagram. Here the light ray is incident at an angle theta I, that is angle of incidence, from the air medium into the optical fiber core. The refractive index of the air medium is N0 and the refractive index of the optical fiber is N1, that is core of the optical fiber is N1. Here if we consider the diagram, AB represents the normal or at point A, that is interface of the core cladding boundary of the optical fiber. Here the angle of incidence is theta I and the angle of refraction is theta R. Pi, that is the angle of incidence at the core cladding interface. If pi is greater than the critical angle of the optical fiber, how will you get the critical angle of the optical fiber or given fiber? Already we discussed in the lecture 3, the critical angle of the optical fiber can be obtained, the ray, that is sin inverse of the ratio of refractive index of the cladding to the ratio of the refractive index of the core, that is N1 by N2. Already we discussed in the lecture 3, critical angle. If the angle of incidence phi at the core cladding interface is greater than the critical angle, then the incident light ray undergone total internal reflection and it never escape out from the core of the optical fiber. For example, here N1 is the refractive index of the core and N2 is the refractive index of the cladding, and if the angle of incidence theta I is further increased, then the angle of the angle of incidence at the core cladding phi is decreases. In order to understand this concept, let us look at a small derivative part. Let us apply the Snell's law at point O, that is air and core boundary of the optical fiber. If you observe the air and core boundary of the optical fiber, apply the Snell's law. Here at O, the refractive index of air is N0 and the refractive index of core is N1. The angle of incidence is theta I and the angle of refraction is theta R. Apply the Snell's law, N0 sin theta I is equal to N1 sin theta R, that is air core interface. That implies sin theta I is equal to N1 by N0 sin theta R. Now observe the statement I discussed just, that is if we increase the angle of incidence theta I at O, the angle of incidence phi at A that is at core cladding boundary decreases. This we can understand easily from the triangle OAB. If you observe the right angle triangle OAB, here this is a right angle triangle at B. That means the total angle inside a triangle is equal to 180 degrees, and 90 degrees is equal to theta r plus phi. Just I written here phi plus theta r is equal to 90 degrees. That implies the angle of refraction theta r is equal to 90 minus phi. If we apply this value in the above equation, that is sin theta r is equal to sin 90 minus phi. As we know the trigonometric formula, sin 90 minus phi is nothing but cos phi. So substituting this value sin theta r in the above equation, that is Snell's law, sin theta is equal to n1 by n0 into sin theta r. Then what happened? If we substitute the value, sin theta is equal to n1 by n0 into cos phi. When phi is equal to critical angle theta c, the angle of incidence, that is the maximum angle of incidence. Hence, we can write it as sin of the maximum angle of incidence is equal to n1 by n0 into cos theta c. Why we are writing theta c instead of phi? Because those are equal. We are discussing for the case of that situation. So, but the condition for the total internal deflection is sin theta c equal to n2 by n1, as we already discussed. Here, the sign of the angle can be written in terms of cos theta c, that is cos theta c is equal to square root of 1 minus sin square theta c. If we substitute this sin theta c value, that is square root of 1 minus n2 square by n1 square. If we further simplify it, square root of n1 square minus n2 square whole divided by n1. If we substitute this cos theta c value in the above equation, that is sin of maximum angle of incidence is equal to n1 by n0 into cos theta c. Then we will get n1 by n0 into square root of n1 square minus n2 square by n1. Therefore, n1 will get cancelled. So, we only left with square root of n1 square minus n2 square by n0. Here n1 is the refractive index of the core, n2 is the refractive index of the cladding, n0 is the refractive index of the medium. For example, if the light ray is launched the optical fiber through the air medium, then n0 value is equal to 1. Therefore, the maximum angle of incidence, we call it as acceptance angle. Hence, that can be written as sin theta suffix a. Here, the theta suffix a represents the acceptance angle. As we discussed the n0, for example, it is air medium n0 equal to 1. Therefore, sin theta a is equal to square root of n1 square minus n2 square. This is the expression for the acceptance angle. So, the angle theta a is called acceptance angle of the fiber. Now, the acceptance angle can be defined as, or may be defined as the maximum angle of incidence that the light ray makes with the axis of the optical fiber to get the total internal reflection. So, I think it is very easily understand to all of you. The acceptance angle is nothing but the maximum angle of incidence that the light ray makes with the axis of the fiber to get the total internal reflection. Hence, this acceptance angle can be easily understand. You can easily understand with the help of another diagram, which is as shown in the figure B. Yes, this is the second diagram. If you observe carefully, here this is the axis of the optical fiber, theta suffix a represents the acceptance angle. Here, below the axis of the fiber, you are having theta suffix a, and beyond the axis of the fiber, you are having one more theta suffix a. That is the total theta A and theta A, that is total 2 theta A, that represents the cone of the optical fiber or acceptance angle. That means if the light ray enter into this cone through the optical fiber, then that light ray is easily accepted by the optical fiber and it undergone total internal reflection. There is no escaping of the light ray, there is no miss out of the light ray through the optical fiber. So, if any light ray enter the optical fiber in this particular acceptance cone, that is 2 theta A, below and beyond the axis of the optical fiber, then it undergone total internal reflection and it safely reached the other terminal of the optical fiber. So, this acceptance cone is easily understood with the help of the second diagram. So, if the light ray contained within the cone having a full angle 2 theta A are accepted and transmitted along the optical fiber. Therefore, the cone is called as acceptance cone as presented in the figure 4.3b. If the diameter of the core of the optical fiber is more, then the acceptance angle is also more. This is regarding the today's lecture, that is acceptance angle and acceptance cone. For the better understanding of this concept, I made small animated video which is attached this particular to this link only or to this video only. All of you just watch that animated video also, then you can easily get the concept called acceptance angle and acceptance cone. Thank you all of you. Keep watching, keep learning. Thank you. Very good morning students. As we already discussed the acceptance cone and acceptance angle theoretically, now I am going to explain the same concept, acceptance cone and acceptance angle, with the help of this animated video. Let us look at the video, then you can better understand the concept, acceptance angle and acceptance cone. Now, if you observe carefully, the dotted line represents the axis of the optical fiber. Here, the sky blue color represents the core and this is navy blue represents cladding. Here, let us consider the three light rays are incident into the fiber with the angle of incidence I1, I2, I3 at the fiber axis. Let us consider the angle at the core cladding interface, that is the incident angle of incidence at the core cladding interface phi is less than the critical angle of the optical fiber. Then the light ray escape out through the optical fiber. It doesn't undergo total internal reflection. And let us consider one more case, when the angle of incidence at core cladding interface is equal to the critical angle of the fiber, then the light ray travels along the core cladding interface. Another case, when the angle of incidence phi is greater than critical angle, that is core cladding boundary, critical angle of the optical fiber, then the light ray undergone total internal reflection. The angle is called, the angle of incidence is called acceptance angle, and the cone of that acceptance angle is called acceptance cone. So, this is regarding the acceptance angle and acceptance cone. I think you understand. If you have any doubts, please contact me. Thank you.